Hey guys, you already know it's your girl Ms. T, and I'm back at it with another WWE 2K24 video. In this video, we're going to explore everything MyGM. But a short disclaimer, WWE 2K has challenged me to do some Community Day quests. These are what they look like, but let me tell you what they are challenging us in this video. They want us to show you the new general managers in the MyGM mode. On top of that, we're going to take a look at some new promos in MyGM. And the two last quests they want us to perform is showing the match types in MyGM and all the things that have been added regarding the dialogues and the emails. So I'm going to be trying to get these Community Day quests done, as I'm hoping we can get some WWE 2K community codes to give to my community. So you already know what to do. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump into this one.
Take one, Mark.
Action!
Hey, I'm Cody Rhodes, and welcome to MyGM, where you can control your favorite brands and... Team, guys, really, am I the right person for this? I don't know the first thing about being the general manager. Really, Cody Rhodes, the face of GM mode in WWE 2K24?
Whoa! Easy, man. Don't be so hard on yourself. Everyone has the potential to be a great GM. Just look at me.
Yeah, man. You're the American nightmare. You don't want to take advice from this guy, because a GM is a lot of hard work. Sometimes it's actually a nightmare. Yeah.
It's only hard work if you make bad decisions. It's really not that bad. You draft the best superstars, you book them in matches. That's the easy part, by the way. Unless your favorite superstar is the Red Flame.
Okay. There's no reason to talk bad about the Red Flame, because a guy like you is gonna forget about important things like seasonal challenges, Hall of Fame, power cards. Stuff that you forget about is stuff that I do the best.
I bet you don't even know about resting your superstars.
What about watching the rivalry grow?
Oh, don't make it sound like you have a plan.
No, I know exactly what I'm doing.
You don't even bring your book.
I bring my book every show. Every show.
Guys, okay. Like you said, that's the easy part. But what about ring experience?
Yeah, ring experience is good. That's important.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Right? What about talent scouts and contract management?
Yeah, you know what? Let me see this. Look what you did. Look what you did.
And now he's leaving.
No, you made him leave. Come on.
You made him leave.
No, you made him leave.
Don't forget about trades.
Trades? Simulate.
So, some exciting news. As you saw, there are trades in WWE 2K24's MyGM. And so, guys, I'm going to be jumping into this. I had access to playing MyGM at WWE 2K Community Day. So you're actually seeing me just browse through this mode. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of everything. We have some new GMs this year. Ted DiBiase is one of them. William Regal is another. Paul Heyman. You have Teddy Long, and you already know I'm a fan of Teddy, man. I want Teddy to come back to WWE in some shape or form, so it's nice to see him in the MyGM mode here in WWE 2K24. Okay, guys, so these are your options. They still had some options from last year, and now you got some new ones, okay? So I decided to go with Teddy, but let me show you the new shows. With SmackDown and Raw, you guys know those, in NXT. ECW, maybe you want to get a little bit extreme. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going SmackDown with Teddy. We got to keep it classic. But I decided that I'm going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to bring out those new GMs. So I'm going to bring out Paul Heyman. We're going to come out here with William Regal. And on top of that, Ted DiBiase will be the last GM that you see me select in this portion of the video. As you see here, you can select between CPU and human. Totally up to you whether you want to control it all or you want to just allow the CPU to be your biggest enemy. So I gave WCW to Ted DiBiase. Here's what you're going to be looking at when it comes to your session settings: difficulty for the AI, the game difficulty itself, the opening budget. I just wanted to show you guys what you're working with. Here's the player order for the draft. If you want a snake, you want a reverse rank, totally up to you. I kind of kept the settings generic, and in this portion of the video, you'll see that. I didn't really get to play too much of MyGM last year, but I'm looking to try some new things. And I gotta admit, this was actually one of the modes I was pretty impressed with. I grew up playing MyGM back in like SVR 06, 07. So I'm curious about it now in 2K. It's time for the draft. You know how it works. We set the budget. The GMs are going to take turns pretty much drafting. So I'm SmackDown. I got to pick. This is what we're working with here. We got roles. We got class. We got stats to look around. It's all about building your roster and trying to do it right? Selecting some superstars that will help you out. And again, for the purpose of this video, I had to work quickly and just try to capture this content for you guys. So it's not going to be perfect. But we're going to make the most out of it. So take a look. I'm up on the clock. I'm going in. Number one, who am I rocking with for SmackDown? You know, man, this is kind of tough. I'm taking a look at this roster real quick. Who's in the draft pool? Who do I want to be a part of my roster? And as you can see here, we got men and women. You can go through the different categories. And I'm going with Charlotte. You know, she's my favorite women's superstar. I know you're probably like, Miss T, how could you? Hey, guys, this was at random, okay? She's my favorite female superstar. Cut me some slack. And so here we go. Building the roster is so important. You're going to see your opponents selecting also. So Raw, Paul Heyman picked Bailey. We got NXT taking Big E and Alexa Bliss going to WCW, Ted DiBiase. So here I am back on the clock for round 2. So on the left-hand side, you're going to be able to see the rounds. You're going to see who's picking. You're going to have some recommendations given to you by the game on the bottom left. And on the right-hand side, you're going to see the roster that you selected. And if you go and select like LT, RT, or if you're on PlayStation, that's R2, L2, you can just kind of scan through the different brands to see who's been selected and so on. So I went with Randy Orton as my second one. Now it's time for round 3. This is going pretty quick. You're also going to get the roster breakdown on the bottom right. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was just selecting some of my favorites and who I thought was kind of cool, or, you know, like I really wasn't going by the breakdown so much, but I do want you to know that it's there for you, okay? So NXT, select an MVP. Oh my God, this round is going by so fast. I'm just trying to keep up with my my video here. So we had Austin Theory selected by WCW. Now is my time. I'm on the clock. I'm looking. I want to find somebody they haven't really looked for. Who are we gonna go with? And you gotta keep an eye on that budget on the top right of your screen. I'm looking at the money, and I'm not afraid to spend money. You gotta spend money to make money, and I'm going Rhea Ripley. And here we go. Io Sky going to Raw. NXT going with Dakota Kai. Okay. They got some solid picks. Raquel went to WCW. Man, I think it's gonna be so cool if you do this kind of old school, like maybe like WCW, ECW, and then maybe even switch it up with some new school like NXT 2.0. This is going to be really fun this year, MyGM. So, guys, you're witnessing this draft coming at you full speed. I know it's going pretty quick. Just try to keep up to date with the picks. And at the end, we will show you the breakdown of everything. But you already know, like, I'm super excited to make this next pick. I went with Carmelo Hayes, my last one, because I felt like he was a sleeper. You know, I got him, I got Randy, I got Rhea, I got Bobby. You know, I had to go with Tiffy time, but now we're looking at NXT going for Dijak. Man, that was a pick I missed. All right, let's see who I got here. Let's see who's still on the board. Who we going with? I'm thinking, man. Dirty Dom, why not? We need some bad guys, right? And so I'm looking at the roster breakdown right now, and it will show you the roster breakdown for each brand that you're kind of just scanning through. Right now, I got 4 heels. I got you know, 3 good guys, and it shows you, like, right now I have 3 women, I got 4 men. In the roster breakdown on the bottom right, that is what you want to look at, so you don't lose track. You don't want to have too many men or too many women and then just kind of like lose track, unless that's how you want to run your show. Totally do that, but I think balance is pretty good because the fans want to see a little bit of everything. You know, this WWE universe is demanding. They be just asking. So I went with Becky Lynch, the man. You know, pretty solid choice, I would like to think. All right, so let's see who they going with. And you got to keep in mind not to just go for top stars because of that budget. Like right now, I'm down to $640,000, and I know that sounds like a lot of money. I wish I had $640,000, but it's not a lot of money. When it comes to this, these guys are making bank, and so I'm gonna have to go down to the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. So I went Ilya Dragunov. I felt like there was some sleepers still. And let's see, man, like what's gonna be there for us? Okay, so we got optional drafting. If you're like, man, it's been too long, I kind of want to simulate, you can let them draft for you, but I decided to opt out of that because I like to make my own choices. I don't know about you guys, but I don't mind a couple extra rounds. Like, we already in it to win it, and you know, just know that that's available to you if you kind of just want to get it over with and you don't mind. Okay, so let's further go into this one. This is what it's looking like. I got Dirty Dom, Randy, Rhea, Bobby Lashley, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. You can see my roster on the right, and I'm just looking like who's gonna be at the tail end for us. So far we got 6 faces, 4 heels, 6 men, 4 women on the roster. And I'm stuck, but I decided to go Gigi Dolan. I feel like Gigi slept on, so you know I had to bring her to my show to make her even more of a star. And so we're witnessing Ted DiBiase, Paul Heyman, and William Regal making their choices. But now I'm on the clock again. Who should I go with? And so here I am just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about who should be next. Who should be next to be selected? Ay, Dios mío. Ah, man, I really don't know who I want to go with here. There's a few good ones. Noam Dar, he's not bad. Let's go with my guy, Julius Creed. All right, you know I had to go Julius Creed. So this is what it's going to show you after the draft is complete. Kind of your main top picks in the graphic. But once they are done, also, you're going to see who they selected. So here's William Regal's crew. I think I did better than William Regal. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I did better than him. And so let's take a look at WCW. What's going on over there? And Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman. Solid roster, not bad. And Ted DiBiase, what you got for WCW? I think Ted DiBiase gave me the most comp. So it's going to give you guys the breakdown of season 1. So SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and WCW. You're going to get the full breakdown if you really want to see what they selected in comparison to what you selected. It's all there for you in WWE 2K24. So that's the breakdown of the draft. Let's move on, okay? So everybody's dreams to make it to the Hall of Fame, but will we, okay? Will you guys be able to make it? To enter the Hall of Fame, you have to prove that you are the best. You got to be the first GM to own all 10 Hall of Fame trophies at the end of the season. So let's see if you guys is in it to win it. So this is new in WWE 2K24. There are 11 new dialogues when it comes to the emails, when it comes to this game, okay? So 11 new dialogues. You're going to be able to make decisions here. And listen, you now have the ability to choose the order of which superstars you reply to when responding to weekly emails. There are also more options to negotiate this year and also extending contracts. So if you like to be that GM in control, you're gonna really like this part, guys. So the 11 new dialogues, be on the lookout. You're gonna be able to branch new paths. So now you get to select your champions after the draft. And right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I just decided, like, man, I don't really know which direction I want to go in. How can I go wrong without my veteran Randy Orton? I'm looking, who are we gonna make SmackDown tag champs? I didn't really think about like tag teams when I was drafting, be completely honest with you. So this is gonna be so random. And I'm just like, man, maybe Dragunov, and maybe we could make a tag team with Tyler Bate. Not sure, but you know, this is just for this video's purposes. And SmackDown Men's Champion, like, who are we gonna rock with? You know, I'm thinking we're gonna go mellow. Let's go a little younger. We already went veteran for Randy Orton. So I'm gonna make Rhea Ripley my SmackDown Women's Champion. And man, I did not think about tag teams. Let's think about, man, they used to be best friends. I'm contemplating, but fine. Let's do Becky Lynch and my girl Charlotte. You know, they used to be best friends. Why not? So you have the journal now, guys. So keep your progress week by week basis. Take a look at that journal. It's gonna really help you just keep up with the latest things going on. You got the commissioner's goal. Okay, the commissioner is super important. He's gonna set it for you in your season challenges. Always want to aim for these challenges. This is what's gonna help you and reward you with new power cards and more. Okay, so you have your GM assistant at the bottom that can help you out. There's so much. I wish I could have covered everything in detail, but I'm gonna try to give you guys as much as I can in this one. Okay, so this is my first power card. I got that superstar perk. You're gonna need those power cards in MyGM, so be on the lookout for how to get those. And booking your show. Okay, this is the fun part, where you are in full control of your show. We're gonna have an opener match, two mid-card matches, and your main event. And you can also select some promos in between. And you want to look at the logistics of things too, because remember, MyGM is also about money. It's also about cost. Where are you going to be putting things? You got some new assets. You got some other things to worry about, like venue and booking and so much more. Be sure to pause any point in this video, guys, because as I mentioned, I was on limited time at WWE 2K Community Day trying to capture all this content for you guys. So we have a way to manage the roster and our talent scouts, and you want to take a look at this store right here. And this store is going to break down what's out there. Can we get some good talent? Can we get them power cards? What's the inventory looking like? So you want to look at all this stuff. Again, be sure to take a screenshot. Then we're also going to be looking at those challenges. Remember, challenges is the goal. You want to make it to the Hall of Fame. Are you going to be the GM at the end of the season to accomplish the goals to make it into the Hall of Fame? All right, so keep those things in mind. And let's look at booking the show. So there are some new promos this year in MyGM, and I'm going to show you guys those promos. I just want you guys to quickly look at this, okay? So we have promo types, the participants, promo skill, and promo details. So the promo details will just break down what those promos are. So the new promos that we have this year in WWE 2K24 are going to be the tag team callouts, training, and class change. And you're gonna see me in this portion of the video select those. So we're gonna go with this one right here. So we're gonna go with tag team callout. Tag team callout is a new promo in WWE 2K24. It allows you to start and boost tag feuds or rivalries. And take a look at this. Okay, so I decided to select Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. I selected two random superstars, but assume that they are in a tag team like Tiffany Stratton and Gigi Dolan in this video's purpose. So you can select these things. So here's the training promo. It allows superstars to earn ring XP. So for that training promo, that is really important. And also class change. Class change allows superstars who are at a level 15 or higher to swap between their primary class and a secondary class. Okay, so keep those things in mind. when you are selecting promos for your superstars. Do you want to help them with their ring XP? Do you want them to swap out, you know, between their primary class and their secondary class? Those are things you want to look at. So in this one, I'm just setting up some matches for the show. I'm gonna be honest, I just completely picked random matches. And I noticed in this part of the video when I was putting together this card that I do not have enough superstars, okay? And you're gonna see because my main event is remaining empty. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't think I have enough superstars. Oh my God, I definitely had a dummy moment here. And I'm like, wait, I have an odd number here. Tyler Bate can't go up against Gigi Dolan. That's not how this works. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Well, that means I got to sign a free agent. And thank goodness I still got $48,000 left in my budget. So after realizing that I didn't have enough superstars, I had to hit up that free agency pool. Who's a talent that is out there? We have a few options, but I decided to go with Brute Force. He was affordable, okay? He was affordable, wasn't a bad choice. I had to book some random off the street because I didn't have enough cash. So Tyler Bate, I'm just gonna throw you in that match with Brute Force. And this is what it's going to look like when you're ready to confirm your booking. It looks like we're going to be in a high school venue. I didn't really have the budget or the money, guys. I am running a low production here, a low budget production. So just again, you can simulate or you can spectate the matches. We're just going to simulate just for the purpose of this video. And we're going to quickly go through it. It's also going to show you how those promos worked for you after those scheduled matches. Ilya Dragunov beating Bobby Lashley, as you can see here. Dominic Mysterio, remember we gave him that training, and the training allowed him to earn some ring XP. And here we go. We got a class change coming up with Randy Orton. So Randy Orton is also moving on up. And Rhea Ripley winning tonight's main event. I honestly didn't think this was going to be a great show in a high school venue. And so then you can see or spectate the rival shows. So like Monday Night Raw, NXT, all that. You guys are going to see in this portion of the video. And I'm just going to speed through this part of the video. We are just witnessing their show and how did they do. After you see the show breakdown, you're gonna be able to scan through all of them. Okay, so this is pretty much the breakdown. This was what the viewership was like. You want to be able to raise your viewership and gain new fans. It'll show you how many fans you gained, what the revenue cost and the budget was looking like, the full breakdown, and the notes. Okay, some people were not impressed by Brute. I told you guys I signed him right off the street, but they'll get used to him, and it'll give you the breakdown of each show, which this is actually kind of nice on the right hand side, just to be able to see what each show did right and what they did wrong. It's pretty cool. So this is what the rankings were looking like, and now it's time. Okay, it's time to really see the breakdown of everything. And you already know Triple H is gonna give us a hard time. And take a look at the email And always take a look at your emails, your journal, just to get a full breakthrough and the breakdown. But in this portion of the video, guys, as I told you, I'm going pretty quickly. I'm here to show you guys the new match types in the MyGM mode of WWE 2K24. We have the ambulance match now, the casket match, no holds bar, and special guest referee. Okay, so be on the lookout for those matches as well. It's super, super exciting to get the casket match, the ambulance match, special guest referee, but also no holds bar is pretty solid to have in MyGM as well. Okay, guys, so let me know what you thought about this preview of MyGM in WWE 2K24. Will you be trying it? Remember, we had a very limited time to just kind of dive into the details, but I wanted to give you guys a full overview of as much as possible. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the content, because we got more videos coming your way as we get ready for WWE 2K24. You already know. Until next time, deuces.